God save great George, our King. God save our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious.
I think if I had to pick just one word to describe paranormal activity, it would probably be groundbreaking. Because what we're doing here in this field, I think, is really going further than looking for ghosts, quote unquote. I think that we're proving the existence of the spirit world to people that maybe before didn't believe.
It is unexplained. Reason being is because there's still so much of this field that's still unknown. In my opinion, it's still really, really new and really fresh. So I think there's a lot of things that are still unexplained where there's a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge and expertise, but we're all still trying to find answers.
If I had to describe paranormal in one word, I think it would be interesting.
I think I'm going to say adventurous. Adventurous, because this is sort of like the new frontier. You know, it's pseudoscience that's coming up, and to be doing what we're doing, kind of on the front lines, in the trenches, as we say, it is adventurous, and we're happy to be here doing it.
In the United States, 9 out of 10 adults believe in God. In the 2000 census, only 16.1% of the population marked that they were either unaffiliated or not a part of a religion. Each established religion in the world holds beliefs about entities that have supernatural powers, including gods, angels, demons, ghosts, and spirits. Yet when the topic of ghosts and paranormal activity are brought up, more people are doubtful than believers, and scientists have been battling back and forth about what evidence is valid and what isn't in proving in the existence of paranormal phenomena. Where does the supernatural thinking even come from? And how are these opinions formed? Does religion play a big role? Or is it the media that's forming our opinions for us? Or are people just too scared of the unknown to want to believe?
I think definitely fear does close some doors, yeah, with their belief, because I think always with fear, because of the unknown, that instantly kind of, may kind of close somebody's mind, or because of that fear, they may be unable as well to just kind of open their mind. To kind of different things that are out there, different things that are happening. So I think it's important, for all of us to be able to consider what our fears are and to be able to work through those.
I'm not sure if fear plays a factor in why people don't want to believe in it, or if it's just really just kind of grasping the whole concept of a life beyond this one. A lot of people, unfortunately, are very self-centered, and they're kind of at home with what they have going on here, and thinking outside that reality can be kind of off-putting to them.
I think people, it's when it comes to certain people, I think that the fear comes from within themselves. They freak themselves out before they even get there. But if they hear the history of a location, this goes on, that goes on, the banging, the knocking, the pushing, the scratching, they're like, what? And just walking into a place, and you could tell them all that, and nothing really happens there. You can just see they're freaked, see it in their eyes. So I mean, it freaks them out pretty bad. The fear has a lot to do with it.
The hardest thing for me to see, though, is you see clients that have had no experiences whatsoever, and then all of a sudden they find out that they move into a place and it's haunted, and it shakes the foundation of their religious or spiritual beliefs, and that totally turns their world upside down. And then it's like they have to rebuild that or try to fit, this new phenomenon into that box, and I think that's what a lot of people have a hard time with, and we try to help them with that.
If people knew exactly what they're dealing with, I don't think they would fear the paranormal research or paranormal field itself. I mean, at first, anything that's unknown you would fear of, but once you learn what's behind the scenes or how it's interacting with you, or what goes on actually itself, you realize, oh, it's just another thing, actually.
In paranormal research, a big question that is asked besides what you believe is why you believe it. Turns out that believing in things beyond what seems rational is common among humans and appears as early as childhood. We are born with this sense to help in development and understanding. We are made to think that there are unseen patterns, forces, and essences. However, they are often denied by scientists because it goes beyond the confines of natural phenomena that is currently accepted.
A universal flood brought on by a superior being to wipe out a race that was created between demonics, angelics, extraterrestrials, beings that descended down and had children with human women. And that's the common thread to every one of the accounts, is that some spirit being was destroying the earth with superior power. And now when you say there is that much evidence that looks like evidence, look at what we get when we go somewhere. Now look at all the evidence we accumulate, and it's still not accepted. When you've got that much historical evidence where all these things start lining up and they all say the same thing, you can't apply the scientific method and bring it into a laboratory and say, I want to see an angel come down and impregnate a woman until I see that. It's not true. You can't apply that here. But what you can look at is the accounts, the historical accounts that maybe they're all false, maybe they're all mythology, but they all have the same thread and the same common source and the same details, just with different names, different cast of characters.
Not only is our mind wired to have these thoughts, but they're assisted by the media in formation of our beliefs. Fantasy figures fill children's books and movies, including talking cats, witches, and flying ghosts. Who can forget Casper? Children believe what they are told, and fairy tales have been around for many years to teach our children how to behave. Those special characters stand out, making them easily remembered. So from day one, we're immersed in a possible world full of supernatural. However, by the time those children are in elementary and middle school, they're expected to put those ideas to the side. In the June 2005 Gallup poll, more than 1,000 adults were asked whether they believed, were not sure, or did not believe in these 10 phenomena. Taken together, 73% of U.S. adults believed in at least one of these items, while only 1/4, or 27%, did not believe in any of them.
I think the media has a lot to do with people's opinions about paranormal shows and paranormal itself.
And what I really like is now everybody is interested in sharing their stories with people. So I can go to any town, they find out I do paranormal investigating, I do lectures, they're going to want to tell me all of these stories that they have, and it's a great way to learn about our field and learn about what people see and experience.
It's opening up the door to different locations for us to investigate. Tell them that we're Taps family. And it is, oh really, you're Taps family? They know that we're a little bit more serious about what we do, and they invite us into locations, and it's been fantastic thanks to the media, so we love it.
The media can't change